Hello, everybody. Isn't it nice to be starting a game's immediate sequel the week after we did the last one? Well, fool you. Well, this is a stealth Final Fantasy VI stream now. You can't stop me. I'm kidding. We'll play No More Heroes. Gotta love that Wii menu. Just looks natural. Just looks good. I can't help it if I'm a gigantic Wii fanboy. Don't worry. Wii Remote strap is on. And as is the Wii Remote rubber jacket. Don't worry, nunchuck's plugged in. Because yes, I can use the classic controller in this game for more traditional controls, but it just feels weird. Okay, so yeah, deathmatch mode is just a... I don't know if you unlock it gradually throughout the game, or if you get it once the game's over. But also, volume might be a little bit loud. So, darn it. Yeah, and I'm just kind of worried about it bleeding through. Alright, we're gonna be, because I don't feel like setting up my whole, whatever I did last time, the headphone situation last week. I'll just turn the speakers off. Hang on. Okay, thankfully I've played this game enough times that I know all of the audio. I probably shouldn't have lingered on that screen for so long. Give you guys a spoiler. There we go. So we have a choice between the two completed files I already have. I like this one up here that has almost 30 hours put into it. We are not going to be using a completed file for this run. I am going to be going in raw just because I feel like this game is streamlined well enough that I can do that. However, as you see here, I have a bitter difficulty rank 2 file that I've never been able to beat. So maybe if we have enough time in the last session, we'll come back to this and try and beat this game on the hardest difficulty. No, other than that, we'll just start a new game. Oh yeah, Ubisoft. Because it was last Heroes Paradise was Konami. Get to see that wonderful Ubisoft logo and Marvelous. See, that's a logo I've gotten a little used to seeing thanks to playing Senran Kagura. This, on the other hand, not so much. Subtitles are on by default, right? See, I don't know. Is the dialogue supposed to have started yet? Okay, by this point I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, I'm talking over it. Listen, yeah, it's almost like I said. I can't hear it. So we ended last session actually mentioning how many voice actors in No More Heroes were also in Metal Gear Solid. By the way, Yusuke Kozaki once again. I thought it was Kozuki. Maybe I'm wrong. Wouldn't be the only name-related issue this game has. But this game immediately starts off in that Metal Gear Solid voice actor thing by going even further with this opening narration is provided by Paul Eiding, who voiced Colonel Campbell in the Metal Gear games. Yep, we'll be seeing plenty of the charging animation. I mean, no matter what we would be, because this game doesn't have an infinite battery. I'm pretty sure, at least. Not for the beam katanas I use. So, the events that take place between the first and second game that they're sort of detailing here, though it doesn't really lead to that, it doesn't really mean that much. There was I hesitate to call it an OVA. It was a motion comic that was included in the Japanese special edition of the game called No More Heroes 1.5 that details what happens between the two games. It really does not say much. I've seen it. And actually the fun part is, I don't know why, but the subtitled version that I found, it wasn't translated from Japanese to English. It was translated from Japanese to Spanish to English. Like they had to have that extra step in there. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird to me. So I guess it's fitting we're starting off this game with Skelter Helter, because everyone else is busy playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Hello, Cloud. Seem difficult. Yeah, we will stick with mild difficulty. See, that looks more like a gun Vincent would have. Probably in Dirge of Cerberus, though.
For the first time in 120 years, snow fell on Center.
So I just want to... We literally just came off playing an HD version of the first No More Heroes game. Like, literally, I understand it was originally a Wii game, but the game remodeled, upscaled, all of that running in HD. This game still looks better. Like, I really think No More Heroes 2 looks really good. The volume might be just a little bit louder. Hang on. There we are. Like, the cutscenes just have a lot more style to them, first off.
It's called fashionably late fuckface.
So I'll turn on the subtitles once the gameplay starts and I can actually access the menu.
Travis, touchdown. This place bring back any memories? It's only where my last killing spree started. All those screwed up rankings.
It's still obviously a Wii game, and I wouldn't exactly call it the best looking game on the system, but honestly, it's up there. It looks pretty nice. If only just because it takes the style the first game had and refines it to actually look good, as opposed to Heroes Paradise, which took the style the first game had and just thought, oh, if we make it HD, it'll look good. And not much more beyond that. And it's admittedly a little weird for me to be watching this opening cutscene with Travis holding the Bloodberry Beam Katana, because I'm so used to playing this game on New Game Plus, where I am using one katana the entire game. I won't spoil it.
You're something else. I haven't been so worked up in ages.
Although, there's not too much to spoil considering it's the Beam Katana on the game's cover. Yep, unlike the first game where we skipped to the fight with Helter Skelter, this time we get the fight with his brother. And hold on a second. Config. Subtitles on. There we go. Alright, that's all I had to change. Okay, listen. You ain't gotta patronize me, game. I know what I'm doing. You do end up entering clashes a lot in this game. Yeah, I'm aware. Of course, there's still... Oh, right. I'm going to be hearing the audio coming through my Wii remote. I may have to hold it up to the to the microphone so you guys can hear the calls. Yep, no worries. I've played this game many, many times. I know exactly what I'm doing. No way, I got enough Beam Katana energy. Yeah, and I've also been using the Charge Slash, so it's fine. Yeah, oh god, it is weird. The fact that I can't hear any of the game, but I'm still hearing the lightsaber noises coming out of my Wii remote. Is that camera? Sure. Actually, since the game paused, notice that little tiger meter in the bottom. That's a new mechanic. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't show that off yet. But that is the ecstasy gauge. Oh, don't worry. I haven't been knocked down yet. It's fine. Yep, alright. It's all still fine, guys. I was going to say something. Oh, aside from the fact that it's nice that I'm... Oh, I got hit, guys. It's nice to be using a controller that is not currently tied to the console. Because this thing's fully wireless. I mean, the move was too, but I had to charge it. Oh, I may not have turned on subtitles. I may have backed out of the menu without confirming it. And no, you can't open the pause menu during cutscenes. If you hit plus, it'll just bring up a little menu to say, do you want to skip? So this is a framing device that the game uses throughout the entire thing. Basically how the story is being told to the player from the perspective of someone at a peep show. Once again, I mentioned last game about the idea of how weird it is to me that people used to pay money to rent porn and like do it in person. Like I couldn't do that. This is even worse. Continuously conversing with somebody. Couldn't do it. Okay, no, subtitles are on. Good.
So, it's you again. I know, because you never say a word. It reminds me.
And just because it's not that well hidden of a secret, just the type of outfit, the hair, the voice, this is Sylvia. The game's trying to hide it a little bit. They don't say it. They don't completely show her face, but I'm just not going to bother trying to hide it. It's fine. It'll at least make it a little easier for me to refer to it.
For the first time in 120 years, snow fell on Center Destroy.
Man, that thought is weird to me. Like, wow, first snow in 120 years. Like, you know, I live in Massachusetts. We were literally getting snow last week. It is the middle of April. We were getting snow last week.
The city never looked so beautiful.
But I don't know. There's something about just saying that right at the beginning of the game. The fact that this snow is rare, and I just love the look of snow. It hooks me. And it did, because I played this game before the first one on a rental. And yeah, it hooked me. I love this game. Alright, there we go. So this is ecstasy mode. Oh, okay. That didn't lat. I should have thought of that. If you attack an enemy enough without taking damage, then that little tiger meter in the bottom right corner will build up. Oh yeah, now he's going to start using his gun. And you basically just move around super rapidly and get free reign to attack the opponent. However, it's balanced by a new mechanic in this game, where in the middle of each fight you have to perform that quick time event several times, and it cancels every time you do it. See, now I'm just taking this guy to the cleaners. There we go. It's a good looking face. And this game also introduces QuickTime events during the cutscenes. Don't worry. This is not like other games. It's like, oh, I messed up the QuickTime event. That is stylish as hell, and I love these opponent dead frames. Kind of reminds me, in hindsight, kind of reminds me of JoJo, where you'd get the retired. Either way, the QuickTime events, don't worry, those, they don't mean anything. They do it just to help you feel immersed that you're swinging the beam katana. You can literally sit there, and it'll never do anything.
It has been a while, Travis.
Yeah, see, like, Sylvia shows up and the first thing they focus on is her cleavage. Like, we're not supposed to draw the comparison. Hey, you wearing my glasses?
You gotta be kidding. I haven't seen you in 3 years, and that's the welcome I get? How about
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that, yeah, fill us in on everything that's happened since the last game. Travis Strikes Again happened.
Oh, give me a break.
It's probably even less important to this game than No More Heroes 1.5.
Besides, it would take forever if I recap every detail of your fall from
And this,
grace.
as I mentioned before, this line is also very fitting to me, just because I did play this game first. The game just outright telling me, like, yeah, we're not gonna bother telling you what happened in the last game. It's not that much. Ooh, that frame rate.
Assassin, since
I understand I complained about the frame rate in Heroes Paradise. I never said the Wii games were perfect. I just said they're more stable.
So, how about it? If you're a real man,
So when the hell are we getting a remaster of
back
this?
on top. Because trust me, the
There's a rumor going around earlier today that Prince of Persia 2008 may be getting a remake or remaster. And the evidence is shaky, but when it comes to Prince of Persia, I want to believe.
Yeah, but I already fought my way to #1 before. Shouldn't I get a special fast track?
Fast track to the title fight? I mean, kind of. Considering the fact that even though we start at rank 51, we are not fighting 50 opponents.
I've already tasted those.
And by the way, despite the fact that Sylvia skipped town at the end of the last game, this confirms that the two of them did still have sex at some point.
I don't get what that means.
Which, considering that Travis says he hasn't seen Sylvia in 3 years, I have to imagine that she skipped town, he fought Henry, she came back, they boned, and then she left again. That's the only way that timeline can work.
Downward dog.
The dog can do all sorts of things. So can the cobra.
And if the phallic imagery of the beam katana was lost on you,
Together? Oh, hold on. Oh yeah.
I don't think it ever gets more obvious than that.
#1, here I come.
Oh, now that's a face to put on the wall.
Hey, we're not done yet. Got a message.
More so than how he's talking after I cut off his head, I'm wondering how he's talking without closing his mouth.
Ass, why aren't you dead yet? Such blind arrows.
There we go.
Like the naked emperor. Seriously?
So this game goes right in with the even more over-the-top aesthetic. Like, yeah, we cut off his head. There was a spray of blood. It fell back down perfectly on his head. That's the kind of thing you'd see in the first game. No, but now he continues to talk to us.
Don't think you can kill without suffering consequences.
And I like the fact that Skelter Helter starts taunting us about, you killed my brother, and now your brother is going to die, considering we know that Travis does have a brother.
Taken the curse you gave me,
It's great who they end up targeting instead,
throwing them back on you.
because it puts a ranking of Travis's familiarity and brotherliness.
It will destroy you too. This is the ultimate vengeance.
It is admittedly slightly sad, though, that the blood splatter in this, I probably mentioned this in the first game somewhere too, but that even though this game came out like 6 years later, the blood splatter in this game looks worse than Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox. Like, people say that the PS3 version of that game, the blood splatter looks worse. It still looked pretty damn impressive, as someone who's never played the Xbox version.
Yurushamase. I was just, doing inventory.
Yeah, so, who's the brother figure that they're going to kill in order to provoke Travis? Not his brother. The the video shop guy,
Nah.
who in the first game was basically just there to deliver you your bike. It's a good thing this game doesn't have an open world with a bike, or we'd be screwed. You see that that little title drop there would have worked better if we didn't see the blood splatter on the window before, because this just implies that they like drew it themselves. I love this ranking screen, by the way. It's way more dynamic than just the list from the first game, and I can't hear it, but the music that plays during it's great. Yeah, I'm still not going to bother saving the game. Though it wouldn't take me an hour to do it like it would in Heroes Paradise. It's actually been a while since I played this game, so I'm happy to get back into it. Like, during that fight with Skelter Helter, I was realizing some of the differences between their combat system that I didn't realize before. Like the fact that that bosses don't have ability frames. Like, even when I knocked him down, he was getting back up, he was on the floor, I can still hit him. And I have that direct comparison because I fought him in Heroes Paradise. There we go. Travis has a personal stake. Oh, no. No, not the... We're losing frames again. Great, so this is still something I have to deal with. Okay, where's this open widget button? It's buffering. Okay, Listen, I'm using whatever bitrate I can, alright? So this is this is how you can tell that all of these scenes don't happen at the same time. The only way you have to tell that is the fact that Sylvia changes underwear.
I have set up the next ranking fight.
Where are you? I don't care who the fuck it is. Just give me someone to fight.
You sound passionate.
For a second, I forgot that they threw Bishop's head through the window. I thought that hole in the window was still there from the bird in the last game.
Wait for me at Burger Suplex.
Yeah, we can actually walk around now. Hello, Gene. Ooh, well, I don't have any money, so I can't afford to feed you. But alright, let's go. This is really the most important addition to this game. It's the fact that you can play with your cat. It's the little things. What can I say?
Come here.
As a cat person, I enjoy this minigame a lot. God, she's fat. Okay, let's do some massages. Now this one, you got to do the best. You got to Mario Party it, and just use your right palm on the nunchuck. I have no idea if this is effective to helping a cat lose weight. But there's a great GIF online of basically this mini game, just one of these animations severely sped up, and it just looks amazing. All right then. It's okay. Well, I can't afford to feed you, and I don't want the mood to keep dropping. So that I generally do 2 at a time. Closet ain't got nothing. I can walk over and knock over my trash can. All my wrestling masks from the first game are still here. What's on my shelf again? Magazines, huh? Okay, apparently I've never learned... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, yeah, I never learned. This is a fresh file. Of course I haven't. So then how come the first one was red? Okay, weird. Let's head on out. Okay, connection staying consistent now. Let's just hope that was a one-time thing. And the side jobs are opening. It's fine. Yep, so there's no longer we no longer have an open world. It is just a map. It's amazing how much more convenient this is. And we're literally right here. Didn't have to do the big zoom. I like the fact that Sylvia said meet me at Burger Suplex when it's literally right outside my house.
You mean your best friend?
Like, she literally could have just said, walk outside.
Sylvia, I want to make a deal. I'll conquer the rankings, fight whoever it takes, and in return, you find me the assholes who killed
See,
Victor.
people
Calm down.
aren't as big of a fan of this. They prefer the
It is the quick
more comedic, consistently comedic and silly tone of the first game, but
Motherfucking war.
I like the fact that Travis has a real stake as opposed to just wanting to get laid.
bishop's death.
And pay attention to the fact that some guy got knocked out of this tower where the final boss awaits.
He is the head of the corporation that runs
Keep
it.
note of that. That's gonna be important.
And as fate would have it, he is also the #1 assassin.
You better not be lying.
And we already know our number one assassin is Jasper Bat Jr.,
Revenge is waiting at
which is exactly the reason why, of all the assassination missions in the first game, I went out of my way to do the Pizza Butt ones.
There's a new hotel on the
They're
beach.
related,
The 50th ranked assassin is waiting for you.
even if the name changed between games, and I don't know if that's just a retcon or what.
He really is everywhere, huh?
Better hurry. There are 50 other fighters trying to kill him. You have no time to waste.
Just sit back, Sylvia, and watch the hell I'm gonna raise.
Honestly, on repeat playthroughs, I'll generally skip the peep show cutscenes, just because they're kind of slow. They tell me things I already know.
He spoke of a grand faith
I don't find them titillating,
were hollow. It was all to satisfy.
but at the very least for a live stream, I gotta show them off.
He'd only found success because of strong financial support from the new mafia, who used his pulpit to gain support for their
Can
own
you-
agenda.
Okay, I was confused for a second. I was like, wait a minute, is it actually trying to be a twist? I can see her name tag. It says Linda.
That's a secret.
But yeah, you can basically just skip these cutscenes, and it doesn't really impact the story. It's just framing. So we can go fight our first person, but I want to make a little money first. So let's start showing off the side jobs. Should that T in Pizza Bat have 2 T's? I don't know. Yeah, so you remember the side jobs from the first game? What they were like? Oh, well, they've gotten a strong makeover. They're now all these retro-styled minigames. And I actually find these to be, aside, you know, compared to the first game where I was just like, yeah, the side jobs are okay. I mostly just use them. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I could. That's what the hitbox looked like. Okay. First game, they were at most a distraction, nothing more. In this game, I legitimately really enjoy playing these. At least some of them. Like this one actually feels like a mini game. Like it feels like a small game, sure, but like an actual arcade game. I like the fact that the mice are officially classified as bugs. Okay, come on. There we go. Just get closer to me. This is, for whatever reason, however, despite the fact that it's the first minigame, it's the most full-featured one. Because it's got multiple stages, all with their different backdrops. Oh god. Yeah. No, you don't. You up too. Let me just pick that up to give me more power. So I have a little bit of a longer beam. It's like getting more flame power-ups in Bomberman. You can also pick up those little bug bombs to stun enemies that are close to you as a little emergency. Stage 3. Of course, however, your power resets between stages. That's not really a safe place to stand, but okay, we're fine. Yeah. Oh. Let's see it. Hide up here. I do have a time limit though, so I gotta be a little bit cautious. All right. I don't know what the hell some of these things are. Like, I don't know what this thing here is. Oh, it's an extra life. Okay. Bug bomb. That giant scorpion makes me nervous. It's big. Oh man, like lambs to the slaughter. Yeah. I got like 5 of them just by standing still. Okay. Let's grab another one of these and let's go. Oh, good. I got the giant scorpion without any hassle. Because I think you gotta stun him first. Stand in just the right spot, and it should be the last scorpion. You might be able to just suck him up if you got the last power up. But I made it easy for myself. Alright, I thought there were only 3 stages. Maybe it's only 4 then. It's not long. Oh. Nope. I don't think so. God, these sewers are crazy. Yeah, keep coming, guys. Anything to help me thin these numbers. Okay, is that enough? And you can also suck them through walls, by the way. Or maybe not. Oh, darn it. I saw that bee coming for me. Had to make a choice. Either way would have killed me. Thankfully, your health restores between stages, and I still get to keep my power. And the bugs you already sucked up are still gone, so that's good. Okay, yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, we got a couple giant scorpions that I gotta worry about. Oh, and they can shoot through walls. Oh, then that's not good. Okay, then. Now let's hope I can do this then. I gotta figure out a plan of attack here. Now that I've cleaned out that little area down there, I can at least take all these guys out. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize there was going to be another bee coming for me. Do I have another life? No, I do not. Okay. Oh, God, a couple more frames dropped. All right, can we just keep it steady here? I'm pretty sure that was the last stage, so I showed you most of it. So you ever play BioShock? It's because that damn hacking minigame you were always doing in BioShock. Yeah, just get it out of the way for the time being. Let's move these around a little bit. Oh, yeah. Nope, leave that up there. I need this curve. Thankfully, you only have to worry between curves and straight lines. Good. All right. There we are. Okay. move this out of the way so I can get this one. I've at least bought myself enough time. Okay. Let's, I think I can do like this. I'm just trying to remember how you do this by hitting everything. Which, you know, I don't need to do, I'm pretty sure. Action successful, alright. Alright, go away. Messages. Hold on. Okay. Will it stay consistent now? Because I never really figured out how to fix it last week. It just kind of, I messed around with a couple settings and then it started working. But now those settings are all the same and it's not quite working properly. So do I want to just mess around with some more settings? Okay, let me just do this the cheap way. Just skip literally the entire puzzle. There you go. Maybe I don't get the same bonus, but whatever. I finished the stage. Yeah, okay, you get more points if you push it through more blocks. Alright. Well, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I didn't quite have enough blocks, and I guess I'm not smart enough. Okay. And I also just have to keep moving blocks. This minigame is not one of my favorites. This one seems like it's giving me enough blocks to work with. Although I went in the slightly wrong order if I wanted to get everything. I always pushed it through more blocks this time. There we go. There's definitely a perfect way to do every minigame. At least every stage. I mean, every stage in this minigame. But I'm just trying to survive. What can I say? Especially when you start getting to puzzles like this, it's like, okay, what is the perfect way to do this one? Let's say I did this. Push this down here somewhere. I don't get too many curve blocks, so that's definitely a problem. I don't get quite enough if I do it this way. Yeah. And no matter what, this obviously has to go here. Okay, hold on. Let's make a quick change. I can fix this one. Nope. Do sort of a cheap answer. But again, it works. Oh man, how many stages does this have? Okay, I was wrong about the number of stages in some of these other games. Nope. Up there. Ugh. Trying to play. I can use the D-pad, by the way, but since it's on my my left hand, my right hand, it's weird. So I'm really just using the analog stick, and that's also not super comfortable. Okay, let's see here. Let's go grab another curve piece and toss it there. Let's say I put this block here. We'll put this one up here. I'm just going for whatever solution I can immediately see. Okay, there's more curve blocks all over here. Ooh, hang on. I need some of these. No, not there. Oh dear, how do I lay them and then get out in time? Shit. Okay, I gotta do the... Just gotta lay them from this side. And hope that all those blocks I can no longer access aren't gonna screw me over. Okay. Put that there. You know what? I wonder. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Okay, let's see here. We have another curve block from over here. No. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, I think I can make this work. Yes, I can just make this work. All right, then. There we go. Okay, we're not dropping any frames now, so that's good. All right, there we go. We completed this minigame, at least. So on the plus side, if assassinations don't work out, I've got a promising career as a plumber. And now that we got a little bit of money, let's take a quick visit over to Naomi, because we didn't need to see her, so we completely skipped her last game. Hey, there. Okay, so I can buy a... I've got enough money to buy a new beam katana, but I'm actually going to skip that one. Just because I don't really tend to use it. It's really just a stopgap between getting my really good next katana. And I'm confident enough in my skill in the game that I don't think I need it. I think I'll be just fine with what I got. So we'll instead spend our money over at the gym. Now, Thunder Ryu's dead, so instead we're going to be getting our training from Freddie Mercury here. So we can train our stamina and our muscle. E button and Z button, alright. So these are also 8-bit minigames, because that really was all the rage at the time. So you just mash B and Z to run, and you flip directions to make sure you don't fall off the treadmill. It's pretty simple, but this is only level 1. It gets harder, trust me. There we are. And now we have a little bit more HP. It's weird how long his talking animation goes on for. See, I don't know why it says you're already maxed out. I'm not. I am far from being maxed out. So now let's build up our punching ability. It's going to be fun once we get to this one by endgame. So I'm not sure what exactly the victory condition for this one is. You can't get hit a certain number of times, but I'm not sure how unforgiving that is. The hearts don't hurt you, but they stun you long enough to get hit by a wrench. So that's really what you want to watch out for. There we go. I'm amazed that this guy running the gym has a sexy woman poster over here. I wouldn't have expected that. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's head on over to the next battle. And once again, we are going to completely ignore the clothing store because, frankly, I don't care. You can make some crazy costumes in this game. I've seen them. But I'm pretty content just playing as normal Travis. So the song we've got playing right now is one of the more famous in the game. It is called Kill or Be Killed. It's a great song. I love it. And there's another little combat change that tutorial message just told us. See that? We can change our target, our lock-on target. Yeah, I already explained the ecstasy gauge, actually. Ow. Other than that, for the most part, combat in this game is the same as before. It just it gives you a couple more options, smooths out some of the rough edges, and it just feels smoother. And they know it because they bump up the difficulty of the fights, and you gotta watch, which means that you have to be more careful about dodging. See, honestly, getting those finishing moves when the enemy's on the ground isn't all that fun, just because the swing you do afterwards is basically guaranteed to never hit anybody. And unlike Heroes Paradise, we can't store our dark side gauges. So we're actually going to be seeing the effects of them, because I don't have to worry about not knowing how to activate them. I gotta get back into the groove of this game. Yeah, I can move, but there's some treasure chests over here to open. I don't... Yeah, treasure chests didn't have money in the first game. I forgot about that. Yep, remind you how to dodge, because it is pretty important here. Oh, oh. Yeah, like, imagine how annoying this would be if you had to do the PlayStation Move dodging. It's enough to make you kind of happy that this game never got ported to the PS3. If only because by the time a port of this game came out, it pretty much would have never had, it wouldn't have had Move Sport anyway. So it would have been even more awkward. Yeah, so this gauge, that dark side gauge just puts you in super speed, makes your combos infinite. It's basic stuff. Okay, drop frames are staying consistent. I am keeping an eye on that. That's really important. And by the way, despite the fact that our health increased, I know it doesn't look like it if you just look at the health bar. This game doesn't do the like extra layers on top of your health bar that the first game did. It's just that heart represents more HP now. So I actually find myself switching between the like low and high slashes to get the job done. No, you don't. Back here. Also, they severely nerfed gun guys. They have way less health than they had in the first game. Which is also just really nice. I'm sticking by it. I think that, for the most part, No More Heroes 2 is just a better first game. Despite all the people that are like, I mean, yeah, the gameplay's better. No one argues that. Gameplay of this game is just better than the first game. But all the people that are like, yeah, but it fails in other areas. Like, I don't think so. Ooh, those still eat up battery like you wouldn't believe. Come on, there we go. That didn't quite work out. There we go. Actually, hold on. Is the bat? No, there is no battery. So you guys want to see the battery recharge animation? Perfect. I gotta admit, the Wii hardware does not do much for the low-quality anime girl texture on my shirt. Oh, yeah, I'm back here. Yeah, I'll aggro some of these guys. I don't care. I can handle them. Also, the fact that I can literally just hit a camera reset button and it's guaranteed to work, unlike Heroes Paradise, is nice. Ooh, alright. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, the most important new one. We can turn into a tiger. And you just run up and maul everybody. This is definitely the most impressive of the new Dark Side moves. It just doesn't last all that long, sadly. Full health I don't need. Oh yeah, I guess this game doesn't have phone calls. Like I said, as much as I love this game, it's been a while since I played it. It's been a couple of years. Ooh. Ooh boy, that frame rate.
This must be karma. Travis touchdown.
Now this is a voice you're not going to forget. Trust me. I don't know what the hell voice direction they were going with for Nathan, but it's memorable. I'll give you that. As is the fact that we just tore apart some hose.
I don't know who's talking about me, but that nickname's all right.
Listen to me.
I do also love the nickname Crownless King.
Nothing to me. Neither does my sect or the mob. The only true calling was to clash swords with you. That's why I joined this contest. I was
So yeah, the UAA is an actual thing now, by the way. It's no longer just a con, because the first game was so popular.
That's what I like.
That's what they say in-game.
This is it. This is what I've been praying for. I'm weary of
There's
the
enough
world.
whack jobs in the world to fill out a assassin organization with at least 50 people.
Thy sword and thy wrath will
I assume there's some big gaps.
How about I just cut you a new one?
we'll both do as divinity commands.
Hallelujah.
Alright, so once again, our fight with Nathan Copeland. He is a lot more annoying in this game than he was in Heroes Paradise. Because the man got a lot of gimmicks. Oh. Oh. See, that may seem like a minor thing, but the fact that you can get up with like a getaway attack is helpful. And now we want to stay away from the middle of the arena because we got a falling chandelier. Oh. Oof. And watch out for those missiles. You see, like, I'm actively switching between high and low attacks depending on whether I want to focus on power or whether speed is more important. See, most of the time I end up favoring the low attacks just because I want to hit harder. By the way, if you want to get up quickly, you also have to shake the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which is a bit annoying. And now we gotta watch out for the lasers. Oh. Never mind, I guess they aren't so much lasers as they are, machine guns. Ooh, man. Having to deal with batteries again, ooh. I did not miss this, playing the first game again. And now the plants start exploding. To worry about those things. Oh, man. It is a lot to worry about, admittedly, for such an early fight. Yeah, your best bet just ends up being hiding in this room. Because in here, no one can touch you. And you got easy access to the battery and health items. Of course, Nathan doesn't follow you in this room, of course. I said of course twice. Oh, ow. Oh, okay. I didn't think the bomb was going to have that much range on it. It's also not a bad idea to hide over here. We got hiding spots on two sides of the arena. But yeah, for what is basically the first real boss of this game, Nathan throws a lot at you just in the environment. And you also have to get used to hearing him go, "Bless you! Give me more!" Oh, still one more. The conveyor belts, that's right. So now things start moving around, too. Because frankly, it just wasn't enough yet. Ooh. Yep, get in there for the wrestling move. Would have been great if I like crashed through the table. Oh, come on. Can I beat him without having to recharge my battery? Yes, just barely. Though he's still not painfully difficult so long as you keep the fact that those traps are there in mind. Nathan Copeland, dead. All right. Here we just get a quick little cutscene. You don't have to worry about picking up a health upgrade.
Just 49 left. This is gonna take a while.
You were spectacular.
That wire's not connected to anything. And it's not a wireless microphone. Otherwise, that
Look at you, Travis.
the wire wouldn't be there in the first place.
You can express yourself, no?
Oh, I'm in the zone, baby. Nothing's gonna hold me back.
Good. I'll arrange the next fight. It's going to blow your mind.
Yes, it is.
Fucking wait.
Next fight's, it's an interesting one, all right. Yeah. I actually just happened to be checking Spider's resources a couple times in the last week for a couple things. But I was looking at the sprites available for this game. They don't have, no one's ripped the sprites of just those victory animations. I'm surprised. Like, some of the sprites for the mini games are there. The portraits for deathmatch mode are there. Honestly, even if you didn't want to rip them, they have so few, they're simple and they have so few frames, it'd be easy enough to recreate them. Once again, yes, definitely going to be unusual.
Busy, so hurry up.
Gotcha.
Sylvia's still just doing her normal day while calling us. Okay, so, first things first, we got a cat to take care of. Let's give you some gourmet food. Excellent. Okay, now we can do some exercise. I forget which of the exercises are the most effective. Because obviously it gives you the weight lost after each one. So you can measure and say like, okay, an average run of this one helps me lose more weight, helps Gene lose more weight than the other ones. But you can't keep repeating the same one, so... Okay, 0.61, let's do the jump. Alright, it's a good jump. And you gotta be sure to release the button or else Gene won't hang on, and I guess that negates the jump. Which, I mean, I guess you're putting in a little more arm exercise this way by hanging. Okay, let's see. How much did we lose this time? 0.14. Okay, so the jumping is basically worthless. Because as far as I'm aware, you can't really do it much faster than that. Alright, let me get the index finger going. And do an expert run of this. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid, this is like the torture sequence, except I'm really messing it up because this is an unconventional controller shape. Also, my hand isn't quite spasming like it does when I play Metal Gear. Okay, how much did that lose? 0.45. Okay, so far the jumping is the best. Alright, so we can also go over to our TV. In the first game, you could use this to replay the shmup that you would have to play during the main story anyway. Here it's the same thing, except you don't have to play it, so I gotta show it off here. I wonder if Knob, Fap, and me are my own things. We'll go with easy. I don't think it matters. Alright, and we get to pick our character. Cranberry, Nutberry, Strawberry, Gooseberry, and Blueberry. I hate the fact that her name is Blueberry. This one should be Blueberry. I'm fine with her being Nutberry. I like the fact that she's literally just a better Strawberry. Sure, I like her design the best. Look at that shot. However, this game does not have the like the sword swiping and the building up the super meter like the game in the first one did. Which, considering that this game exists in universe, we have to assume that this is just an inferior sequel without the interesting mechanics. Which is a shame because they added 2 more anime girls to it. Including, as I'm showing off, one with dark skin and pastel hair, which has grown to be a significant weakness of mine. I 100% blame Mega Man Legends 2 for that. Sorry, Yuna and Sarah were just very good looking. I don't think you get anything depending on the difficulty. Aside from like a higher score, probably. Maybe there's some bonus for beating the game on hard. You know, now that I say that, I feel like there is something for beating the game on hard without dying. Or maybe it's just continuing. I'm not 100% sure on that. And if that is true, I've definitely never done it. Because I recognize that I'm performing better than I did in the first game, but I also picked easy mode. That changes things. Gotta concentrate a little bit here. So you gotta love when they just give you a long string of enemies that I don't have to try and I kill them all. I'll just hold the button down and let my score skyrocket. So here, thankfully, I've got a wide enough shot that I can, I think, stand still. They're not going to sneak in from the side, are they? Nope. Alright. Oh, darn it. I thought that was just enough shot to kill it. Oh, lost life. Nope. Get back here. Okay, we made it to the boss fight. Let's just say this is no Toho. However, admittedly, the lack of the fact that this thing is just such a big target means that I'm just holding the shoot button down, and I'm just focusing on avoiding the bullets, and I don't have to multitask. Which is admittedly nice, because I'm not that good at that. Cut out a couple of its turrets. And that just leaves you, who actually may be slightly more dangerous now. Because you are certainly... Oh, yep. Nope, definitely more dangerous now. Oh, hang on. Yeah, alright. I can dodge that. I'm a Toho master. Alright, ooh, 3rd place. Alright, I'll go with my real initials this time. And now that we've done that, there we go. We got the opening for the anime it's based on. And I've heard rumors that, at least at one point, maybe they weren't serious about it, but they were considering turning it into an actual anime. I'm sure it would have been a weird, surreal joke, because, we're going to watch this intro, and I might get banned from YouTube. Who knows? It's a shame I can't hear it. See, I'm not very familiar with a Magical Girl anime. This is still already a little weird. And get used to that. Oh, they're just being so shameless about it. Say, if I can say anything, I'd say that this is definitely the kind of show Travis would watch. Man, there's no other anime airing right now. How come that's not airing? Ooh. We can go grab our nuts. Let's head over to the UAA office first. And it's the assassination office from the first game. Suppose that makes sense. I mean, that office existing means that there was an assassination profession in Santa Destroy during the time of the first game.
Surprised?
Didn't think it would be so fancy.
I guess they just sort of refitted it for the UAA.
An agent. Anything else would be uncivilized. Now, take a seat. Let's get started.
Right. So, who's next?
Charlie and his groupies.
Groupies? What's that supposed to mean? Thanks.
Very polite.
I'd ruin the surprise. Go see for yourself.
Fine. Whoever they are, I'll make sure they get a nice close-up of my beam katana.
That's like the...
Feel is ecstasy.
I feel like that's the only time you ever hear characters say beam katana. I love this line though.
Deals with grief differently, right?
Some people fuck at funerals. I cut off heads.
Do what you must, Travis.
Alright, let's do some more side jobs. Go grab some nuts. See, on the surface, Coconut Grabber just sounds like a very uncreative name. Like, yeah, you're grabbing coconuts. They know what they're doing, I'm sure. In concept, it's basically the same as the coconut minigame from the first game. It's just 2D and 8-bit now. And it looks like Adventure Island for some reason. Ow. And let's just say that comparison is a bit apt. You'll understand what I mean when I actually upload my next video. Did you guys enjoy that I actually uploaded something this week? You got some nice actual footage from me? Oh, don't worry. I promise I'm working on something a little more meaty than that. Oh, ow. And no, you can't pick up coconuts off the ground. What are you, stupid? Who wants to eat a coconut that's touched the ground? Alright. Sure, let's keep going. Oh, and there's scorpions now. Because I didn't have enough dealing with these damn scorpions in the first game. I'm gonna skip that tree. Oh, and there's a bee. I guess they're reusing all the enemies from the bug game. Why do I not remember that these were here? I may have never played past the first stage of this minigame. Oh, that was a mistake. Yep. Yeah, I kind of don't see myself playing past this stage this time. So we'll get to the mini. I promise. Eventually, we'll unlock the mini games I like. Oh, careful. Oh, there we go. I got that one right in the basket. See there, I don't really have too much of a choice because the tree's so low to the ground. Ow. Alright, come on. Gotta get him in the basket. Okay, after this, I'm just gonna have to bolt for the goal. Because I don't have much time. I hope a scorpion doesn't get in the way. There we are. I got 18 coconuts. It didn't earn me much money. It's just a good line, what can I say? Okay, pizza with a vengeance. Wait a minute, that sign says burger suplex. Alright, so the last game I compared to Adventure Island, this one, you ever play Hang On? Because that is basically what this is. It's Hang On. Or more importantly, because I'm sure most of you people have not actually played Hang On. Jesus Christ, oh, okay. I probably should have gotten it in the next lane. I concede that. Since most of you guys probably haven't played Hang On. Have you played Shenmue or Yakuza? Because they appear there. Give me that nitro. Real fun. Alright, switch over to high. Oh. Switch over to high gear and exceed 300 miles per hour on my bike. Nope. Oh, oops. The switching gears is not a constant thing you have to worry about. It is just going from one to the next as you need to. I made it though. I delivered a pizza to this apartment complex in the middle of the desert. Oh man, don't pay you much. I mean, to be fair, $2,600 is good pizza boy pay. Now, if we added the pizza theme from Spider-Man 2 to this, would it be an improvement? Oh, Jesus. Darn it. You don't have to worry about lives or anything. Also, the perspective is very confusing. The sense of speed is not exactly clear. Just because the lines on the road, the obstacles, and the like roadside things are not clear, not consistent in how fast they move. Oh Jesus! Crashed into a cactus at 300 miles per hour. Alright, there we go. Now, if you drove through the desert for 8 hours straight, and there was nothing else to do, this game would be revolutionary. Let's get some more exercising in. Now that I got some extra money, especially from clearing the last rank. Although they don't give you a huge reward because you don't have to do anything. Pay entrance fees. Yeah, I know how to do it. Don't worry. We'll see how many tries these start taking me as we get further in. For now, I should be able to do them all without any trouble. And I'll give you a pro tip for this one. Be very careful about hitting the analog stick. Because I've had times where I hit the stick one direction, and then in my haste to recenter the stick, I ended up going in the other direction. And because I was running, I ran straight off the edge and immediately lost the minigame. As you get further in, the pro tip actually becomes don't stay near the center, stay near the edge so you have the most time to react when it switches directions. Why is this talking animation so long? Alright, let's do some muscle. You guys ever watched How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? Because it's okay. I didn't think it was great, but I watched it. Oh. See, I wish that those like rows of threes came in the same pattern as the 1, 2, 3 punch from that Karate Man from Rhythm Heaven. I hope I may have already messed this up. Okay, did I do well enough? Nope. Darn it. Alright, let's do it again. Yeah, you gotta repay each time, by the way. Yeah, of course I've come back. I just failed. Okay. See, when I'm that just goes to show how difficult the muscle training can get when I'm already failing on level 2 and it goes up to 7. I believe the pattern is the same every time. Oh, darn it. I think you can miss at least one. Oh, darn it. Okay, I may have messed up again. Oh, damn it. Come on. See, it's the ones that can go in either direction. You gotta react fast. I have been able to fully max myself out on one occasion. But it took a lot of work to do, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it for the stream. And if I do, it may be off screen. Again, I'll show you every single stage. But whether I may have to complete them off screen, so you're just not looking at this for half an hour. Okay, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Good. Took me 3 tries to complete level 2. That's a strong indicator that I'm doing great. Okay, let's go to the battle. I'm used to failing many, many times. I just finished replaying Freedom Planet, and on my first playthrough, I died 65 times. This time, I only died 52. And it's only about a 3-hour game, so the only game that can exceed that ratio is Metal Slug, because I've died like 100 times in the span of 1 hour in that game. Oh, here we go, the big fat guys that are strutting like they own the place. That's another one of those voice clips from this game that I'm always going to have in my head. Along with the gun guys, of course, that go, "Getting your jollies, chicken shit." Oh, there's still more of them. Coming out of these cars like they're clowns. Oh. Like, I can see the cars, they're empty. Where the hell are you bastards coming from? Don't worry, I'm aware of the goal. Man, they dropped a lot of pizza. Like, I understand these guys are eating pizza when you first see them. But they still dropped quite a bit of pizza. Oh. See, guard breaking in this game is not exactly a super useful thing to do. I imagine much like the first game. I didn't really use it there either. Just because the guard doesn't stay broken for that long. Oh yeah, this is the one where you start firing projectiles everywhere. That was there someone else I need to kill. One-hit kill projectiles, I should add. Except for the treasure chest. Doesn't work on them for some reason. Damn it. That was a good work. That worked well. Ooh, oh man. The hell was that? It's like a Roman cancel. Seriously, what was that? I knocked the guy into the air and the game went into a slow-mo. It legit looked like a Roman cancel from Guilty Gear. There's the last guy. Okay, maybe he wasn't the last guy. But on the plus side, this guy ain't got a weapon. He ain't gonna be blocking my attacks anytime soon. No, grab him. The hell? Okay, I can't grab him. Oh yeah, and I do also have to start walking this way. Oh, and I missed someone back here too. Okay, I apparently missed a lot of guys. Okay, maybe I should take back what I said before about the Wii games being more stable than Heroes Paradise in terms of frame rate. This game is prone to slowing down a lot too. I mean, when it comes down to it, the combat in this game is still very button mashy. It just has a little more to it than the first game. That's already good. Refill the battery. Alright. In the middle of the stage, now's a good time to have one of these.
A natural-born playboy. He's a celebrity of sorts. Even I caught myself checking him out.
Oh, no, wait, never mind. I was about to question, like, you know, this guy's in school, right? You're looking at him. But it's college. It's fine.
So much that when their breathing is synchronized, it's a warning sign. That would make even a
Yeah, and the peep show scenes are a haven for waxing poetic. Sorry, I'm not saying as much as I'd like to. I'm just kind of having a good time, and I don't have much else to add to it. Oh, yeah, let's go for it. Let's take out some of these big guys while I got the chance. I would just take out whoever the hell I can. There we are. Alright, something. Oh, there we go. There's an air juggle in there. I'm legit better at fighting game mechanics in this game than I am in actual fighting games with those mechanics. I was also playing Guilty Gear earlier. And you know, if I have to be 100% honest, I'm not terrible at Guilty Gear. Oh, did I accidentally activate ecstasy? Or was that just the effect I got? Oh no, that's an effect. All right. I don't care. I'll just destroy it. And wow, it's amazing how quickly this cutscene loads. It's almost like it's pre-rendered, because there's too many characters. Okay, so with these cheerleaders here, there's I'm not sure how much of it is a debate it is, but it's a question I have. All the cheerleaders introduce themselves, they say, with the ranking roll call, and they all call out the numbers. I guess they also have them on their shirts. I didn't notice that. When I was looking at the shirt area, I may have been focusing on other stuff. You know what? Okay, I think that really does settle it. I was going to say that them counting down to 25 to introduce Charlie was just meant to be a countdown and not to say that the cheerleaders themselves are the other 25 assassins. But I guess that is what they're saying. Just because after this fight, one of the lines of dialogue that I'm pretty sure is in the game. So we just spoofed Magical Girl anime. How about Mecha? This is definitely one of the more unusual setups for a fight. Charlie and all his groupies merge together to form a giant robot. And Travis comes prepared.
Time to bust out the toy Naomi made. Making his long-awaited debut. Glastonbury.
Long-awaited debut indeed. I would have loved to have this in the first game. And it comes out of Death Metal's pool. Because I guess Travis owns the house now. And yes, that is the mech from the that is Glastonbury is the name of the mech from whatever it is, anime. Pure White Lover Bizarre Joey 5. There we go. Yeah, so the combat in this one's a little bit different. This is basically how you do it. Oopsie. If he blocks, you jump attack him to knock out his whatever, and then do a special attack. Jump kick to break his guard, and then start slashing him. And then when the meter fills, you just do a special attack. Maybe should have... oof. And it takes forever for him to stand up. Try and keep a good combo going, because he's always going to retaliate with that. There is definitely a pattern to this that you're supposed to follow in order to do this perfectly, and I have done it, but it's been a while. You can jump that if you time it just right. Or you can do that, I suppose. Bait it into the air. And you do have to get those, you gotta get the timing of all the attacks down if you're playing this on bitter difficulty. Oh. No, you don't. There we go. That's all I had to do. So it's not a terrible fight, but I've played other games that have giant mech fights that played better into the game's mechanics, like Beautiful Joe. And by the way, Charlie McDonald is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. I think the first time I ever heard him, which is kind of funny, in this sort of random role, he's now my favorite voice actor. And for another little fun story about the first time I played this game, this QuickTime event here, I thought you had to hit A, B, C, Z in rapid succession, and I just stood here doing this for a minute. And that's how I know you can't fail these. No, just hit them all at once. Charlie McDonald and all his cheerleaders dead. Okay, yes, and now we're up to rank 25. And you zip halfway through the ranks.
Feels good.
Fair enough, and I think
Dirty's my style.
she says...
This does have a bad aftertaste.
I forget. We'll see.
Harmless cheerleaders?
Hey. They weren't that harmless. You can tear some shit up with a pom-pom. Considering considering Grasshopper's next game, that's a very fitting quote.
The hell you will.
Yeah, we're not getting the robot back, by the way.
You gotta be kidding. Man, I had this baby custom made too.
Don't forget, you are not the only
Let's see.
assassin.
Not the only assassin climbing up the ranks. 25th means there are just as many below you as above. So I thought that meant that we skipped up to 25, but we left 26 through 49 alive. But the cheerleaders, I guess, are supposed to be those other ranks, which means that there shouldn't be anyone below us now. That's why it always confused me. I always thought the cheerleaders were just accessories to Charlie. They weren't meant to be actual ranked assassins. And I have to wonder if that line is is like a mistranslation, or is it just bad writing? Is the ranking roll call a little different in Japanese, which is already kind of a weird comparison to make because this game came out first in English.
You know what to do, yes? I've updated your map. Handle the rest yourself.
Whoa there, Ice Queen. What's with the harsh treatment?
I do not have
Time to waste on 25th rank scrubs like you.
take a hit. You impotent bitch.
Oh man, mood changing right on the fly.
I like her better when she's horny.
So I believe now that we've completed... Oh, hold on. Almost forgot. We got a cat to take care of first. Feed the gourmet food. And let's see here. Jumping is basically worthless. Playing is so far our current best at 0.61 pounds per game. And I'll see, I wasn't paying attention to how much massage loses. We'll see if that really plays into it. So even though she's not getting in that many pounces on the cattail, we're still losing a decent amount of weight. All right, let's do some stretches. There you go. Oh, never mind. There goes my lifting. I've lost the knack for the button mashing. What can I say? One last one in. Perfect. Okay. 0.5. And then finally the massage. It is just easier to do this with your right hand. You just gotta love the way Jean just sits there and takes it. Okay, 15, and that gets us 0.47. Okay. So jumping is basically worthless, is all I'm saying. You lose so little. Okay, that should have opened up a couple... Oh, never mind. We got a cutscene first.
Supernatural gateways in Santa Destroy. Have you heard about them?
Yeah, so now we're dealing with the supernatural, by the way.
And lead to different planes of existence.
Akashic is a word. It means something. I don't know what it is. I only ever hear it in the context of this game.
But something else.
Oh, Tissue Man. That's my favorite Mega Man Robot Master.
I laughed it off. Lost souls who escaped death through deals with the devil.
Listen, with the number of good-looking girls in the Mega Man series, we're gonna need Tissue Man at some point. I say some weird stuff. Considering I already complimented Sarah and Yuna earlier. Oh man, the meat. There we go. Thailand style. I think those are my two best ones. Alright, let's go. This is probably the minigame I'm best at. Which means that I can't wait to show you how much rust I have since it's been so long since I played it. Thankfully, I don't need audio for this, despite the fact that the calls the customers make are really funny. Medium. Whoa. That looks pretty close. Nice. Okay, he wants it more well done. Basically, just match the color as close as you can. Nice is good enough, but if you get it real close, then you get an excellent. Oh, it's delicious. All right. That's a well done. And if you mess up completely, then they yell at you and throw a fork in your face. Right there. Even though the meter's filled, we do still have to do the rest of it. I don't think you can lose meter, but you please more customers, you get more money. Alright. Oh, we dropped a couple frames. Not too much, though. I think we're okay. Now we got more customers we have to pay attention to. Oh yeah, and they're, the orders disappear from the screen, so you gotta remember it. Okay. Wants it rare, that's easy enough. Doesn't even have time for it to disappear from the screen. So how do you guys like your meat cooked? I'm more of a rare guy. Think you get those juices, it's not too tough, you don't gotta worry about char marks. Think it's delicious. That may be a little bit too much. Alright, it's good enough. See, I think even the rares I'm cooking just a little too long. Right about that should do it. Delicious. What can I say? I know how to cook meat. There we go. Alright, yep, we'll do one more stage of this. This could be the last stage. Oh, I remember. Yeah, now they're on screen for even less time. So I gotta pay attention real quick. And get a feel for the timing. I think they also cook faster now. So you have to be a little more exact. Yeah, you can tell because there's 3 flames underneath the grill. Up. And that's what happens if you mess it up. Right about there. That was perfect. There. Huh. I think I'm on pace here. And I want to get at least one more delicious. There we go. That should do it. Right there. Alright, we'll be fine. Unless I just completely mess these 3 up. Which I don't mean to brag. I think we're in safe hands. I say as I fail. But that honestly looked pretty close. I don't know why that one was considered a failure. Okay, we're good. All right. There we go. Hey, we finished a mini game. There we are. See, I want to know more about this other cook story that got mad cow disease and killed everybody. That sounds pretty interesting. Now, this is the one that's easiest to finish because it's only one stage. It's a different thing each time. We gotta lay down all the tiles. We can't. Okay, we can rotate it. Let's put that there. Here. Don't do that. Okay, I think I'm already a little bit down here. Let's put this piece over here. Let's move the T out. Oh, no. I did want to put it there. The L block. And there goes the T. Perfect. So you make some pretty decent money for a mini game that you can beat real quickly. Problem is, the solution is not always going to be the same, and sometimes you just get ones you can't do. I'll show you one more time, just to demonstrate my point. Ooh man, I'm noticing a real disparity in texture quality between the sidewalk and the road. Okay, yeah, see, they give you different pieces. There. Dang it. Okay. Not quite. Let's see here. This piece over to here. Not quite. Put that there. Let's take the T out. Nope, nope, I wanted that there. Let's get rid of this one. There we are. Perfect. This one does require a bit more thinking than most of your other mini games, but I'm not terrible at it. Okay, let's get to exercising. And hope that I don't completely... If I perform better in this minigame, I'm going to be real sad. Stamina. Okay. Thankfully they're at least short. It's only 30 seconds at most. So yeah, he doesn't speed up the treadmill when you're over the edge. He just hits the button and makes it move in the same direction to trick you. Which, honestly, I was never paying attention to him hitting the button, so it never really worked on me. There we go. See, somehow I end up being better at that one than the muscle game, despite the fact that the mashing between B and Z doesn't seem to work out. Doesn't seem to work super well in my mind. I like the fact that he tells you duck with the control stick. Like, he specifically wants you to avoid his kisses. He wants to make sure that we're avoiding distractions. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Alright. I missed two. That may have been too much. Oh, nope. Alright, we did good enough. It's percentage based. Just since he threw more stuff at you, we were allowed to miss two this time. Alright, so technically I didn't perform better. It's just that the standards were different. I think I can live with that. Okay, does Naomi have any upgrades for Bloodberry to purchase? Because that'll at least tide me over a little bit for the time being. Honestly, I might buy the next Beam Katana. I don't know. Because maybe Bloodberry doesn't get upgrades. Ooh, alright. There we go. Never mind. Let's start saving up for the peony. It costs a lot of money. But trust me, it's worth it. Alright, to the first Akashic point. to another boss we've already had spoiled because of Heroes Paradise. So from what I've read online, the Akashic points are all meant to be references to other games, particularly from developers that Suda51 is friends with. So like this forest setting here, this sort of dark forest setting, this is, from what I understand, this is supposed to be a reference to Resident Evil 4. And I see it. I do. And I guess Suda's friends with Shinji Mikami. But while I admit I haven't really looked for it, I've also never seen any definitive proof of that, especially considering there's only 3 Akashic points in the game, and one of them doesn't fit that mold. Oh, great. Got an effect and it immediately wore off. That's definitely the big downside to having them be immediate effects. Though again, in Heroes Paradise, I would have liked it if the game told me how to activate them. I probably still wouldn't have used them because I can beat the game just fine without them, and it meant more money, which means, in one's case especially, means less grinding. Oh. Yes, now they start throwing a lot of the big fat guys at you who are pretty hardy. And I tend to get locked into my... That's the downside with using the low attacks. You get locked into animations a lot easier. Alright, sure, I'll focus on you. Especially if I can pick the right guy. Oh, man. See, right now would be a good place to get ecstasy. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. I don't know if you're actually invincible when you're using ecstasy or you're just jumping around so much that they can't hit you anyway. So even with ecstasy, it's not quite enough to kill these guys all the way. And right from the back. I gotta love that the bridge is a, it's like a doorway point, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. But it basically means that you're not walking across the bridge. You hit this button and you're good. Otherwise, it'd just take too long, and they don't feel like modeling a full coherent world. But look at that, the save icon appears on our map. That means we're in the final room. Doesn't say anything about its size, though. Ooh, back on up. Nope. And once you get into a narrow hallway like this, you gotta be careful. And just take out whoever you can to thin their numbers. Now that's good. Take care of 2 of them at once. Nope, walked a little too quickly. He can turn when he's thrusting his chainsaw. So don't think just because he got out of the way that you're completely safe. See, it's weird. Like, I think, okay, playing games on mute is a weird experience that I'm not used to. Except this is honestly how I tend to play handheld games. I put them on mute, and I do other things. There's just something different about the experience of sitting in front of a TV and playing a game while not having sound, as compared to just having a little thing in your hands. Ooh. You may notice I still really don't tend to use charge attacks that often. Oh, a little too quick. I'm definitely guarding, moving a lot more often though. Okay. So I was about to think, like, on the topic of Resident Evil 4, like, I probably brought this up in a previous stream. No, I actually brought it up the day after when I was doing something else. Or it may have been 2 weeks ago. I don't remember time that well. What do you guys think of the possibility of Resident Evil 4 getting a remake? Because I've heard the rumors of that are going around, but honestly, I'm not saying I don't believe that it's happening. I can totally believe Capcom wants money like that. I'm just saying I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Though at the same time, it also sounds like kind of a great idea. Because if they try and remake Resident Evil 4 and capture the same style that the original game was going for, I think they're going to fail, because 4 is already a great game as is. But if they remade 4 like completely different and tried to make it like a horror game, like an actual horror game, that could work. That could be interesting. Stop moving. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my lock on target was this guy. Don't know why you were aiming somewhere else. Oh, and then these are probably just health and battery. There we go. Let's go. Okay, despite the fact that we were at the stairs, I guess Travis walked back and is now approaching it dramatically. Yeah, see, this is basically like entering the first house in Resident Evil 4, where you talk to the guy who's definitely not a zombie, and when you talk to him, he spins around 270 degrees instead of 90 the other way. Resident Evil 4 is a great game. So this place actually does some... If it weren't for the tone of this game being decidedly not spooky, this place does some pretty spooky stuff. And there he is. The big butter boy himself, Matt Helms. Once again, we've fought... The only original boss we fought so far is... Charlie. And that's just because they couldn't port that into No More Heroes 1.
Psychotic fucker. Time for a little pro bono ghost busting.
See, and Pro Bono's right, because we don't get money for just beating the bosses in this game. Oh, oof. See, he's slow, so low attacks are not a bad idea. But of course, note that when you hit him, he'll probably get his axe unstuck from the ground. Also, that can happen. Please recover. Yeah, dodge canceling is also an important mechanic in this game. And be sure you stand far away when he uses the flamethrower. That thing's got deceptive range. And he'll use it more than once. And he throws Molotov cocktails. Oh. Somehow you're strong enough to clash with a giant axe bearing right down on you. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't want to be in a corner with this guy. You know what? Now's probably a good time to use ecstasy. Why not? Just get a phase of the fight out of the way. Oh man, my disk drive's chugging. Trying to keep up. Oh wow, he's got a lot of health. Oh, ooh. That wasn't even enough to completely take out this phase. And don't worry about the treasure chests you're seeing in the arena. If they're in a boss arena, they're just health and battery. They're never going to be like collectibles. There we go. Hit him as much as you can as he's slowly getting up. Oh, okay. Can I not grab him while I'm locked onto him? That was odd. Oh. Okay, knocked him out of the... No, I did not knock him out of the flamethrower. But I'm way too close, and I just somehow managed to avoid taking damage there. Honestly, he didn't give us too much trouble. Mostly because I didn't give him a chance to really do his most dangerous stuff. And I guess that's the thing Travis can do. Yeah, see now.
That was gross. What's
If this thing showed up in Resident Evil 4, I'd be slightly terrified.
What's that?
It's fine. Sylvia shot a kid in the head. We're good.
This is the problem with fighting the supernatural. You cannot kill someone who's already...
So how the hell is he an assassin?
Already dead. Okay. Are you on the pipe?
Such a horrible past. 30 years ago, that child was abandoned, left to die in this house. As the story goes,
I like that dead boy is one word there.
final breath. Revived through the dark arts, the child murdered his parents and now rules this forest, feeding on suffering and hate.
We're gonna burn his house down though.
Assassins have fucked up somehow, or we wouldn't be in this profession. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Now you are ranked 24th. Still a ways to go.
And even though we can't kill him, I guess it still counts that we beat him.
Huh. I haven't even broken a sweat. Why don't you bring me a real challenge?
You've got it.
That helps. I can fast forward through these. Since I can't hear it, I don't feel as much of a need to watch them. No, thank you.
I told you last time about the gate
We're already heading right onto other gateways.
To an even stranger place. A prison floating on the sea, shut down long ago. In daylight, it's only ruins. But when night falls, you can hear a woman's tragic scream.
I mentioned Ninja Gaiden earlier in terms of blood. Is it wrong to say that this game has better jiggle physics than that one, though?
Drowning themselves.
I understand that's Team Ninja's trademark, but they were pretty overdone on Rachel in that game. Sylvia's are actually decently subtle.
You can believe what you want.
And then, of course, they cranked it up into overdrive with Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, where you could use the 6-axis to jiggle them during cutscenes.
I have set up your next battle.
Check out the map.
I'm sure that makes up for the fact that Sigma 2 doesn't have any blood.
Until you crack the top 10, you are responsible for all travel expenses. The association can't pay for everyone with the price of gas and all.
You got it?
What are you talking about? Gas is really cheap right now.
Can't spring for bus fare?
I'm busy. Got to go.
Don't hang up on me.
Price of oil is in the negatives. Also, I've killed half of the assassins you have to pay for. Okay. Let's give you some food, Jean. Thankfully, Jean doesn't gain weight when you feed her. She's fat enough as is. Yes, we are going to be doing this between every single match. Listen, there's a lot of things in this game that are worth worrying about, you know, reaching the top of the ranks, catching Bishop's killer. But frankly, the most important to me is I want to make sure my cat loses weight. Look at this handsome girl. Which, as I say, is kind of a weird thing to say. Yeah, see, I can still get 10 even just hitting the button normally without doing any of my trick shots and whatever. This one, on the other hand, is definitely faster using my other hand. I'm not using my palm, though. I actually had the analog stick resting between my index and middle fingers in that little gap. I mean, I'm sure this analog stick wouldn't wear down the palm of your hand like the N64 one would. It's got the rubber coating. It doesn't have nearly as many ridges. There we go. We brought our cat down to still being terribly obese. Alright, so we leave the apartment here, getting ready to go to our next mission. However, I think I'm going to go back in. I'm pretty sure that's here, at least. Yes. This is a fight you can easily miss, but right now, if you walk back into your motel, then you activate the fight with Kimmy Howell instead. And that actually does not only activate Kimmy, but it also activates the side assassination jobs. This is something you can easily miss. So I think we've only got the one revenge mission open right now. We'll do these. Just to get a little more killing in. It's basically an assassination mission, just a chance to kill a couple more people. Without limit.
3, 2, 1.
Just killed 10 people within the time limit. Some of them do not have much for health. And of course, if you can get a some ecstasy going, that's even better. There we go. Just give me a quick chance to kill this guy and get near to someone else before I start using ecstasy. Yeah, next to the big guys, that makes sense. And take out the machine gun guy while I can. Still 2 more. I'm missing 1. This is just health, I'm sure, but I got time, so I'll check it. Okay, it's battery. That's fine. And I missed 1 guy who apparently wisely decided maybe he shouldn't chase me down. But where is he? There he is. Beautiful. And I'm pretty sure the next revenge missions don't open up until later in the game. Never mind. They open up now, but I'm not going to do the next one now. We'll go do this next side job. This is one I am not at all good at. So, I'm pretty sure this was the plot of an episode of Futurama. They'll dump it in the ocean or something. Oh, that. Be careful, that would suck. The instructions for this one have a lot more sass than most of the other side jobs. Booster. Release. Control boost direction. Okay. Careful. There we go. And my air gets replenished, so that's good. And you gotta be careful not to get too close. There we go. Okay. We got it. We're good. Alright, maybe this is a little easier than I remember. We'll do the next stage. And now we have asteroids to worry about. So, you know, that's good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, a little close. Came in a little hot there. It's fine. See, I'm pretty sure using air as your jet booster is the sort of thing you want to avoid in these space scenarios. Ooh. Especially with some of this garbage real close to the Earth. Okay, I do at least loop around. It does follow Pac-Man rules. Which is a fitting comparison, because Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is free on like every storefront. Steam, PSN, XBLA. I downloaded it. I played through the tutorial and like 1 bit of the score attack. It's alright. It's free, so there's no reason not to get it. Same with Journey, which I played through. It's not a game I'd pay money for, but it was okay. Okay. Head on back over to the gym. I'm getting these workouts done as quickly as I can. We'll see how long it goes before I hit a wall. Also, if you hang out near the edges, it gives your fingers a little bit of a rest when you're moving over to the next side. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, okay. Phew. That's close. Okay, maybe I want to stay a little bit closer to the center. And maybe he also does make it move faster. Oh, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm hitting the buttons. I don't know what's going on that I'm not running that fast, honestly. Okay, let's try it again. Oh man, see, I'm not entirely sure what the strategy is for alternating buttons, because I just don't seem to be that good at it. All right, now let's do our muscle training. See, if you're diligent with the training, you can max yourself out like halfway through the game. But you got to be good at it. It does take some real work. Oh, damn it. That might have messed me up unless I get perfect for the rest of it. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it. Okay, that's probably too much. Nope, alright, that still counted. Okay, I'm good with that. Alright, let's head on over to the ranking challenge. Yeah, this technically isn't the next rank, it's a defense match. Which is all the more reason why I'm confused about the status of those cheerleaders. Because if we killed everybody from 49 to 26, then there shouldn't be anyone below us to challenge us for our rank. I mean, unless Kimmy just joined it, which I mean is also possible. And yeah, we're back here, although the campus has seen better days. And there's no one here, almost like there's a virus going on and no one's allowed on campus. Oh, missed one over here. I don't even remember if there are enemies in this stage. Okay, perhaps there are, because I got shot. There we go. I found him. I'd watch out, guys. I just got done with some training, and I'm stronger now. There we go. That time I just grabbed him without any hassle. Listen, it ain't that Matt's too heavy to grab. I showed it off in Hero's Paradise. You can grab him. It's not that hard. It would be in real life, but it's not here. Let's see if that... Oh, darn. I was hoping I was close enough to catch this guy, too. Yeah, let's keep this guy over in the corner. And just beat him up when he can't move. But yeah, that's all there is to this stage. We're done. Always gets us a little bit of extra cash. All right, I'm ready. See, I understand it's supposed to be like the sunset hue, but the water just looks like it's mud. It's just a river of mud around the campus.
Hi. Can I call you Travis the Great?
Ooh, the crownless king Travis the Great.
Easy breezy.
I'm liking that.
I'm sorry. I've always been a fan.
What? A fan? Of me?
Yes. I watched your fight with
I mean, it
Chad.
happened on this campus, so I can see that.
Cool.
And I had a giant robot.
Oh no. Oh, I'm really nervous. I think I'm gonna puke. OMG, I bet you hate girls who puke.
Never really thought about it.
So the idea of putting like text lingo like that OMG into voice acted dialogue it's forever ruined for me because of .hack. Look up the parody mode cutscenes in .hack GU last recode. There's one specific one where Haseo just says a bunch of text speak, and I don't know why, but he pronounces it so weird. Like, he says SMDH, which, I mean, if I had to read that, I would say it SMDH, but he goes, Sumda, ROFLMAO, he goes, Roflamao. And I want to know if Yuri Lowenthal was specifically directed to say it like that. Honestly, at some point, I very well may, like, tweet at him and ask, like, is this just how you say these, or were you specifically directed to pronounce it so weirdly?
I am the girl who loves you the most in the entire world. But in order to prove that I'm your #1 fan, I need some kind of evidence. Because no matter how much I insist that I'm your #1, any other chick or bitch can approach you and say the exact same thing.
I can't hear it at least, but you get a nice little recorder song
By doing
from
so,
Kimmy.
I knew that someday I'd be able to get closer to you. Putting my title as Travis the Great's #1 fan on the line, I embarked on this path and ended up winning the National Student Assassin.
So you don't have to go through.
I really did my
By the way, there's a National Student Assassin Championship,
I guess I'm just blessed. I could master
but
it one day.
I already forgot what I was going to say.
Others years to do. Pretty awesome, right?
Oh yeah, no, Kimmy, you don't have to go through all this effort and become an assassin in order to claim that you're my #1 fan.
Travis the
You just have to
Now my goal
put it in your Facebook status.
passing my hero. Oops, did I actually write that? It's kind of embarrassing, you know. Well,
Although, of course,
I made up my mind.
in that way, as she says, any other chick or bitch could approach me and say the exact same thing.
Battle. Only then will Travis the Great become mine and mine only. Love, Travis the Great's #1 fan, Kimmy Howell.
I don't know how he was reading that letter through the hole while only looking at one side of the page.
For the dose of innocence. But you've got the bloodlust. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, I'm legit and way tougher than I look. So, don't hold back, okay? Because one mistake. This is for real.
I don't know how
If you're trying
all
to
of the
get a headache, it's working. Now,
components, I suppose you'd call it, that allow a recorder to play music would all fit in there with a beam katana.
Here we go. Get into it.
Okay, so now we've got the fight with Kimmy. I'm just going to start off by cheating because I've got the ecstasy built up. This has got to be hell for Kimmy. Comes in here, wins the Student Assassin Association, something like that. It's like, I'm going to prove that I'm Travis's #1 fan. And then he comes in and just starts animating all around her. and hitting her 100 times a second. Oh, by the way, since this is a bigger arena than the one we fought her in the first game, we can properly look at her running animation. It's great. Oh, man. Okay, I somehow accidentally activated the flash step. I'm still not at all consistent with that. Yeah, blow the bubbles. Oh, man, she's good at catching me off guard. I'll give her that. And once she catches me, I can't really do much to escape. Just time your attacks to the best of your ability. Up. Back it on up. Come on, I want to get into a duel with her. Do a clash. See if I can show something off. Though I am apparently not good at timing my attacks in order for that to happen. I'm trying to do high attacks to get more attacks in to better increase my chances. Oh, man, even when I flash step, she still hit me. Let's go with the charge attack this time. There we go. And you abuse those invincibility frames. There it is. Okay, hold on. I'm going to lose this. Because if you lose a clash with Kimmy, kicks you right in the nuts. And it deals some pretty serious damage. Actually, may be worth running to get some health, even though she is almost dead. Ugh, come on. I've got her. There we go. I'm glad I got to show that. I think that was actually my first time seeing it too. I've just read about it before.
This is a real fight with real consequences, sweetheart.
See, maybe you shouldn't have your character do a leg lock animation if you're not going to program it so that their skirt doesn't clip through you. Yeah, so yeah, much like Shinobu in the first game, Travis just incapacitates Kimmy. Doesn't kill her.
Screw this. I can't kill a co-ed. Come see me after you graduate, and I'll
School you again. I have to assume that's the setup, because she's coming back in 3. Alright, we got the time. Let's get one more assassination in. Now, actually to the fight we were supposed to be going to. Yeah. It's amazing no one's discovered these points before, considering how plainly obvious they are. Okay, so Akashic point number 2. The first one was potentially a reference to Resident Evil 4. This one is potentially a reference to Metal Gear Solid. Oh, hold on, let me invert that camera. Wait a minute. Okay, no matter what, it's wrong, because the invert camera option doesn't apply to this camera. Okay, and thankfully this is very simple stealth stuff. Like, you don't have to worry about them hearing your footprints. like you would if this were actually Metal Gear. So if you get caught here, it's not the end of the world. You just have to fight your way through. However, the plus side to being stealthy is you don't have to fight your way through. Aside from the fact that this guy just caught me as soon as I came up the stairs. Okay, well, I showed you what it was like to be stealthy at the beginning. Now it doesn't matter anymore, because you can't go back to being stealthy. Thankfully, these gun guys are weak enough that I can just take them out in one slash. The one low slash, at least. Hell. There we go. Oh, I can't walk this way. Alright. Why is this area over here? Yeah. Come on. Oh, boy. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think so. You ain't getting the chance to do that again. See, I don't know what kind of a person... oh, yeah, and if you get attacked while you're on the ground, you lose money. Forgot about that. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, yeah, I guess because it's a stealth area, I don't have to kill everybody in order to progress. Once you enter in here, the stealth is over, which is why it's playing the cutscene again of me activating my beam katana. Just to make sure if you hadn't needed to activate it yet. But they're nice enough to give you full health in case you did have to come through here. Boom. Can barely see what's going on there, but it's fine. See, when the combat in this game gets going, it feels a little more like an actual hack and slash game. Yeah, and it's still a lot simpler than your Bayonettas. Oh man, where the hell did all you guys come from? But with stuff like the flash step, there are actual mechanics to this game. And whatever the hell that air combo thing I do every once in a while is. Oh, we got a guy with a Tommy in here. Well, let's take them all out. Well, they can't even react. Alright, there we are. Beat them all. Pick that up and immediately refill our ecstasy. Go through all the cells and see if I can get any extra items. And let's keep moving. Deep into the prison. Hold on, there's... Okay, it's just the item here. Alright, we'll pick it up. Yeah, these are figures that I'm picking up. There we are. Dang it. That wasn't close enough to trigger to kill this guy immediately. Alright, I don't think I grabbed him, but it's alright. Now let's go all out on the rest of these guys. Okay, and take them all out in one swing anyway. Nope, no one else still alive, alright. Hold down the guard button and pay attention to the mini-map. And there we are. There they are. Waiting until I move the camera so they could spawn in without being seen. I getcha. I getcha. Clever tricks, game. And I see the bathroom sign on the other end. That means we're just about done here. So you gotta be sure you're not in the middle of a combo when you try and stab someone on the ground, or else it's not gonna activate. And that can happen too. Oops. Now let me attack the guy with a gun. Okay, now I can kill you. Oh, ooh. Oh, alright. Of course, it would have been nicer if I got this a little bit earlier when there were more enemies still alive. By the way, if you hit B, you rip off their faces instead of just pouncing on them and killing them. Like you do there. See, now would be a timely time to make a Tiger King reference, except for the fact that I haven't been watching Tiger King. I don't particularly care. I've been busy rewatching K-On! Because that's the show I love.
So the damsel's in here.
Pretty light security, I'd say. With someone who somehow signed up to be an assassin, despite the fact that they are
Put out for their rescuers, right?
deep in custody.
At least that's a no. You know, you're lucky I don't have a bondage kick.
That's a nice little detail about Travis to know. Not interested in bondage. Yeah, she spits acid too.
What's I thinking? She's definitely not a broad I'd want to hook up with.
You see, I'm fine with monster girls. That's fine. She's just not monster girl enough. She just spits acid.
Dashing if you were riding
Also, she's voiced by Tara Strong,
closer to me. Show me your face, twisted
who I could continue to compare to Metal Gear characters. But I think it's funnier to say, yeah, Twilight Sparkle herself. And if we take the scene earlier that establishes that Travis activates his beam katana when he gets a boner, we have to assume that as she was grabbing him, he was coming a little chub. Okay, so here we have our fight with Chloe Walsh, who I understand she's in the middle of the game, but is actually one of these surprisingly easier characters. Most of her attacks are very easy to dodge. She's pretty darn slow. The poison sticks around for a while, but I'm obviously not touching it. Look, we've already taken out over half her health. Ooh, she can do that, though. I don't know what the hell it is, but she can do it. She's also honestly pretty easy to stun. Let's stick back and avoid the poison. She does not have much health. Like, just the simple swipe from bringing her to 2/3 health brought her down to 1/4 health. I don't know why she's so, like, weak. And again, we're using a completely stock, unupgraded beam katana. Oh, you can get poisoned, though. So that can happen. That's really her biggest thing. And I somehow managed to avoid that. I think if she grabs you, then that is bad news. And the point of the poison is to make it harder to dodge it. I don't know how the hell I did. She just kind of missed, but it's fine. And just as quickly as she came, that's Chloe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at those jiggle physics there. I've never seen Chloe spelled without an H, by the way. Outside of this game. Oh man, somehow the place is exploding.
No time for that. Hurry! You have to jump.
Gotcha. I'm there.
Or at the very least collapsing. No, it's exploding.
I just realized we are out of seats. Just swim back, okay?
Man, you're a bitch. I don't even know where the hell I am. I got here through a portal. How the hell am I supposed to swim back? Alright then, so that's what we're going to call it for the night. We got some decent progress done. Beat a lot more opponents than we did in the first game in one session. Even with the fact we didn't have to do any grinding. This game just has a much faster pace than the original. Anyhow, we'll erase over this data. And next week we'll continue moving our way up the ranks. And more importantly, continue to help our cat lose weight. I know you're all waiting for the conclusion on that. So see ya at 7 p.m. next week.